Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus, welcome. I'm David, and this is Warriors of Light Astro Tarot. And we're here today to do a very special timeless read this week for all the signs, starting with you guys, of course, using the heart spread. And this is for the one you just can't get out of your head. So just to be clear, this doesn't necessarily have to be someone you're involved with. It can be. It could be you could be in a relationship. You could be in a marriage. You might be in a great marriage and you have no intention of ever leaving it. I have someone that fits this bill. I'll tell you, her name's Amelie. And I think I've resolved it. But I will always wear the energy that we shared. And if she came back and did a flying backflip and landed pussy first on my face, I'd have to peel her off and say, that's not happening now. But still, that energy is profound. This energy is like a scar. Like the guy takes his shirt off and you're like, oh my God, what's that big scar? Well, I got wounded in Afghanistan. And you can put cream on that scar for the rest of your life and it's always going to have it. So this is like oftentimes what I'm trying to ask Spirit to help us with is this energy of someone like this, that's always going to be on us. It's not really good or bad. It's just now how are we going to manage it, you know? And I don't even want to say it's necessarily someone that's never going to come back. That's my case. That's how I dealt with it. And I know that's the right thing to do, various reasons. But just so you know where we're going with this, not your typical love reading, okay? And it's timeless for whenever you watch, doesn't matter. So, bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands to start with, okay? And we got two kings here. I feel like out of the chute, this is someone you were in a long-term committed relationship or marriage with because the Four of Wands is here. Really significant is the Four of Cups as the outcome. Remember that as this Four of Wands. So you're coming in with the King of Pentacles here, Aries, and your person's coming in with the King of Cups. They could also be a water sign. So think Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and water sign here. And I think with you both being kings, this was a kind of a perfect match. Your energy matched. You were like one wasn't poor and one wasn't rich. You were energetically matching. With the King of Pentacles, I think too talks about you were felt strong in the relationship. You felt equal. There's an equality about this relationship. Might have been Aries, frankly, part of the appeal and why you can't get them out of your mind. And this person would have been mature emotionally, no matter their age, emotionally available. Doesn't matter, man or woman. Emotionally intelligent, that kind of thing. Open, emotionally open, available. And then your energy here with the Ace of Pentacles, and this type of reading, we're going to compare this to the Two of Wands. And that tells me that they went away from you. And when I was first laying this out, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, started crying. I didn't even finish laying it out because it seemed like death to me. Like maybe this is someone you lost, and I'm sorry. I go back to Amelie real briefly, even though it didn't lose her to death. It felt like that because I knew she was gone. And but so it felt like death, that finality, you know, to it. So it's not necessarily death, but it would have felt like death to you. And I get the feeling like they then would have been the one that went away. And you would have been very solid for them, very solid. Like you would have died for them. You would probably still die for them, you know. This person, and no doubt in your mind to this day, that they would have been your life partner. And you would have been with them until death separated you. But something happened, okay? And now what I'm going to do with this reading is compare the Four Pentacles here to the Emperor. And we have to go back to the Four of Wands. And we also have the Four of Cups as an outcome here. So the only four that we don't have is what are we missing? We have the fire, we have the earth, we have we don't have the Four of Swords. Okay, so about the healing, we have the Ace of Swords. So think about that, you know, then, because I know it's going the places, but because, I mean, we got 3 swords and have, you know, 8 and 9 card reading, count the bottom of the deck. So that's nothing's an accident in the tarot reading, right? So the Four of Swords, even though it's not here, feel it strong. And that's all about healing. And Four is a stuck energy. That's why I say in Four of Wands, you would have married this person for life. I don't know if you were married to him, but you would have. You know it. Like this would have been a lock. Okay. Um, and the Four of Pentacles is the energy of being stuck, really stuck, coming under the Ace of Pentacles. So I really feel like for you, Aries, this might be a situation where you're really stuck on this person, and having a hard time, releasing that. And I believe that the Emperor coming under the Two of Wands, I mean, that's your card, okay? And it's coming with the Four of Pentacles. And it's sort of like a repeat of what I've been saying. Like you felt like this was your person. You feel like this was your perfect match. There could be no other like this one. They may have had Aries in their chart. That wouldn't be impossible. It could have been significant. This kind of relationship, I'm an astrologer too, so love synastry, and I guarantee you that this would all be all over your chart. There'd be karmic stuff going on, the nodes on personal planets. So they may, something significant in terms of Aries was probably aspecting you. Could have been there. Mars was right on your north node or something, right on your south node, like that. And with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like you're just solidly stuck on this person. I mean, this is kind of like with the Four of Pentacles, it's actual energy, they're things. This is like going to the gravesite and leaving something and going and lighting a candle at church. Something really solid, like maybe you have something of theirs and you have a picture and you leave it's on your wall, okay, that kind of thing. This is your reading, and so I don't know where to go with that. It's kind of is what it is. I think like that guy with the scar, it doesn't, because it's a scar, that doesn't mean that guy can't go on and love again and carry on his life. He doesn't have to. He's not in Afghanistan anymore. He's not in a war anymore. He or she is now in the world, and they can go on, do whatever they want to do. I think because the Four of Swords is missing, kind of what it says to me is you need to deal with this. And maybe like you're stuck in some process of the grief process, that they talk about, where you move from anger to acceptance and all of that. I think that's because you got these fours coming. So this Ace of Swords, now this is the advice from Spirit for this relationship as a whole. So in this reading, definitely becomes the most important card in the deck. As I like to say, I don't necessarily trust myself or other people. I never trust the fucking government, but always trust advice from Spirit. And this being advice from Spirit, and you can see there's a dove here, I believe, and this is a sword. You need to cut ties with this relationship. That's my feeling. In order to give yourself peace and to release yourself, that's what this person would want for you. I mean, whether they moved on or whether they're passed on and transitioned out of the body, I'm telling you, because there is love here, they would want you to have peace and have a life and have love in your life and whatever it is you want, and I think that's what this sword is. You're going to take this Ace of Swords and cut ties. I gotta say it, I don't say this a lot. Maybe even cut ties. I don't do this kind of work, but with the psychic, usually, or psychic medium, who can go in and actually cut ties energetically. Because the outcome here shows that you're still in this position. Look, God is handing you a cup of love, like the perfect cup, and it's just like you're just not having it. You're not interested. Because you're still kind of stuck in this energy. Stuck is the word that comes to mind. Not a big word, but it's really what's coming to mind with this stuck. And it's all about love. I mean, I get it. I get it if anybody gets it. But I think this sword here, really take this as advice. Here's the thing, like, you don't have to stop loving them. I still love her, and I always will. And I always think of her and wish the best for her. But I know it's over, and there's no reason why I can't go on and live my life. Thank you, guys. Hope this is helpful.